Good morning, Bag Brigade. I hope you all had a great 4th of July. So definitely a long one for me. I didn't even do much. I was basically working. And I figured, why? Again, I don't ask why. I ask why not, right? So why not address... I mean, I can show you. I mean, here's the conversation. This just happened. And it's not just her. I mean, everybody needs to know this, right? So, first of all, I went on a rant as usual. I put this video up. Trump stock markets are now at all-time high. We're going to maintain it, believe me. Does anybody remember in 2020 or whatever, it was like the Dow hit a new high. It's like, so what? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Think about that for a second. Just think about it. Because as I wrote below, he's doing it again. It's 2020 all over again. I hope all of you realize that the stock market does not portray the state of our economy and the state of the amount of clown makeup on these puppets' wrinkled ass faces. It's so dumb, dude. And so many, 95% of Americans, 95% of the world population is ignorant or stupid. And it's your choice to decide on what they are and what they aren't. But that is the truth. So, and then it says, just in, President Trump officially signs one of the one big beautiful bill into law. Well, I had to pin that message because, and I wrote this. I hope everyone is ready for what is about to happen nationally and globally. Again, I don't give two fucks. And I don't, excuse my language. I don't give two fucks about Trump or any politician. It's all, as you know, it's all a big puppet show. But with that being said, there are some serious items attached to this big, beautiful bill. Big, beautiful bag of bullshit, right? That does nothing but make the wealthiest wealthier, designed to completely fuck the middle class up the ass, and more than that, and do absolutely nothing for the lower class. Just let that sink in for a second. And this is true. It really just can't be made up. The fact that when it was signed on the 4th of July just makes this entire thing even more annoying and allows Trump to be more monotonous as he is. I don't even know how he could be more monotonous, but just for the plain fact that Trumpy Dumpy's going to be like, hey, we signed the greatest bill ever. And it just so happened to be on the birthday of the so-called greatest country in the world, the United States of America. Well, I'm sorry, but we, the United States of America, we have not been the greatest country in the world in decades, if you ask me, and if you ask a lot of people. So if you have a different opinion regarding this, please, 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 I would encourage the feedback. I want to hear what everyone thinks about this. Okay? I posted this on Twitter, and then me and Robert started talking, and then I proved to everybody, I was like, look, I don't vote for these puppets, man. I voted for Lil Wayne, bro. It's that easy. Like, I don't give a fuck about the puppets. Trump is a puppet to an extent. Not as much as the rest of them, but he is. So, let me get down to the nitty gritty real quick, since it's, what time is it? Shit, it's almost 7, it's 6:30 a.m. I haven't even slept yet. Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's start off by just kind of going over a few things. And I'll bring up charts and I'll bring up everything, but let's just talk about this for a second real quick. First of all, anybody who's new who's watching this video, this is the Bag Brigade Discord community. At this current moment, if you are watching this video, there will be a link. You will have to fill out an application, but there is no cost. But that might not last too much longer. We're strategizing here. But right now, it's still free. And anyways, regardless, that's not the point. So let's take it step by step here real quick. Think about this for a second. Ever look around and think, how the fuck is everyone affording life right now? Yeah, me too. I think about it all the time. And, you know, if you hate hearing the truth, you better buckle the fuck up. And I'm sorry for my language, but I'm also not sorry about it. I like to call this the illusion of wealth. Okay? It's the illusion of wealth. Let me see something here real quick. Oh my God, he's at it again. Well, I'll get into this, but I'll leave it up for a second. So the illusion of wealth. What do you think that is, right? It is multiple things. Everyone's flexing, luxury vacations, designer hoodies, $12 sparkling waters. Meanwhile, you're refreshing your credit card and hoping it, magically shrunk overnight. Spoiler alert, it fucking didn't. Okay? So let me backtrack that. The illusion of wealth, this whole flexing thing, that's all social media bullshit. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. What do you think Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook basically are? It's a toxic bragging platform for people to say, hey, look what I'm doing. Look what I got. And 95% of the time, they don't even have it. They rent it, they lie. It's a bunch of bullshit just so they can make themselves feel better. There's a reason I do not participate in social media. The only social media is that I did. It's Discord and Twitter or X, formerly known as whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I refuse it because why do I want to sit there and scroll through a doom loop of people bragging about shit they don't have? That's the problem with America, okay? It's a problem with the world, but American, it's bad. It's really bad. But look, at the end of the day, the numbers no one wants to talk about, I'm going to talk about them. So think about this for a second. Over half of millennials are living paycheck to paycheck. Guess what? I'm a fucking millennial. Does that mean I'm living paycheck to paycheck? Not necessarily, but most are. And I was in a position where I was at one point. Household debt. It's at a record $18 fucking trillion. Credit card debt alone is at 1.3 trillion and climbing. Average American credit card APR is 24 fucking %. Think about this, people. If you do not understand what I'm saying and what I'm trying to get at, then I hope you do your due diligence and look it up. Okay? Because I'm telling it to you, but I'm not going to do the research for you. Like, Do your own homework. But what I'm getting at, like, look, that's like paying a mafia loan to buy groceries is what is happening right now. You want to talk about like hard money loans, sharks, it's crazy. I mean, social media is a fucking scam. 70% of millennials feel financial inadequate thanks to social media. And that everybody's different. I get it. But even though net worth is technically up, it's called, well, what I like to call it, phantom wealth. You're richer on paper, but your wallet still cries itself to fucking sleep every goddamn night. Okay? I hope this resonates with a lot of people because I'm sure a lot of people feel this. And then you got the housing circus, right? In the 90s, average first-time buyer for a house was 28 years old. Now, 38. Guess what? I'm 38. I refuse to buy a house at these levels. I choose to rent because it makes more sense economically, even though I could probably afford to do it. But why would I? Think the why. Interest rates have gone nuclear. Mortgages, 6 to 7%. Car loans, 7 to 9%. Same $500,000 house now costs $1,200 more a month, just because the cost of money fucking doubled. Where do you think all this is coming from? The Fed, Trump, inflation, stagflation, AI, gold, global tensions, macroeconomic. I mean, there is just hold on a second. How do you stay sane during these times? Well, if you're saving anything, you're ahead. In my opinion, you're ahead. You are ahead. If you know what an ETF is, you're basically a financial wizard. And all of us should know what an ETF is. If you don't know what an ETF is and you are a part of this goddamn community, unless you're brand new, then get the fuck out, right? I mean, you have no business being here. I mean, I'll teach you, but what I'm getting at is an ETF is an exchange traded fund, meaning like SPY, right? It tracks the SPX, which is the S&P 500. So it's an exchange traded fund, meaning it's a cash. It trades in cash, right? You can't do that with the SPX. It's different. It's just different. Pro tip, here you go. Success isn't running faster in the rat race, right? It's not. It really isn't. It's stepping off the fucking track itself. Okay? Does that make sense? Success isn't running faster in the rat race. Success, in my opinion, is stepping off the fucking track itself. A personal hack of mine. Save up for the things that you want. Look at it and say, I could buy this, but nah, maybe I shouldn't buy it, right? Don't just impulsively buy things. Turns out the freedom of not needing something feels way better than owning it. And that is true because there's a lot of bullshit out there that like people, I used to do it. I used to walk around any store and I just grab things, and I mean I don't do that. These are my final thoughts, but basically what I'm saying is you're not behind. I think maybe you're just waking up. I mean, stop comparing your life to someone's curated, highlighted reel, toxic bullshit on fucking Instagram or TikTok. If I were you, I would delete those apps immediately. It's a doom loop of bullshit, okay? The only reason I even keep a Facebook, which I don't even tell people about it, is so I can keep in contact with people that I've met across the world when I travel. So think about it. You are doing better than you think. But I'm not done. I would like, I really would like some feedback. And Robert, I'm making this video not specifically for you, but I'm trying to make it a point first, and then I want to get into this whole charting thing that you were asking about, and I have no problem doing so. Okay, I don't at all. But before I even get any further, okay, do me a favor. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the fucking YouTube channel if you haven't already. Jesus Christ. How many YouTube videos do I put out for the community? And just in YouTube in general. And I get like, it's ridiculous. I feel like y'all aren't watching them. I'm not offended, but what I'm getting at is, it's like, do me the favor, or do yourself the favor, and just subscribe and like the videos and comment on them. You know, share it with someone who maybe needs a little sanity in their life. I mean, at the end of the day, you know. So with that being said, with what I'm saying right now, I'm not done, but I'm going to end all that. And we can talk about that next week. But what I do want to do is I want to show you something. This is a SPY daily chart, right? Okay. Sorry if I feel flushed, if I sound flustered or whatever, but like, here's the deal. Okay. Actually, I should put it on a weekly. It'd make more sense, right? So, and this is where it gets a little bit scary to me in a sense. So, I'll explain this really easily. I just want you to know a couple things. Now, I think I've gone over this in the past. I mean, you see all these red nines, right? And these green nines on the bottom, and these sell signals, and whatever, okay? Okay, this is 08. Okay? If that's 08, well, this must be the dot-com bubble, right? What are these? That's the 5-day, the 5-week moving average, the 50-week moving average. No, that is the 20. The green line is the 20-week moving average. Sorry, 50-week is the white, 100-week is the purple, and the 200-week is the orange. I want you to look at something carefully here. Since its inception, SPY has literally only broke below the 200-week moving average in the dot-com bubble in 2008, and that's about it. Because every time it's come even close to tapping it, it bounces. So it's really only happened twice, and we did break it during COVID, okay? But like for a week, I don't know. And then in 2022, in the bear market, when rates went up, look exactly where we bounced, right here on the 200-week moving average. So I'm just saying, there's a lot of shit that goes in. Now here's a fib. This is a Fibonacci retracement. We have now broke above all-time highs. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't mean shit, because the next level would be this much higher. But I guarantee you we ain't going there, and I'll show you exactly why I believe that is not going to happen on a weekly chart to see what I'm seeing right now. Okay, a couple of things, right? One, so you see this red 9? This is the TD sequential indicator. Okay, so the TD sequential indicator is an indicator that identifies a turning point in price trend of an asset or an index, I guess, essentially on any time frame, but it's usually works better with longer term time frames. If the chart of an asset or an ETF or whatever shows 9 consecutive candles above or below the closure of the 4 candles prior, then it prints a TD9. It can be a green 9. It could be a red 9. Okay? It applies to all time frames. What I'm not liking right now, and look, be as bullish as you want. I mean, I get it. Like, a lot of people call me a fucking perma bear this, perma bear that. Like, you think I give a shit? I mean, I rode through 2008. I rode through 2018, 2020, 2022. I was a little young for the dot-com bubble, but like, I guarantee you about 90% of people who are in this server community did not participate in a lot of these events. When me and Two Woke and some other people did. I was newbies. I was a newbie at a lot of the stuff back then, but I'm just saying. So here we go. Again, we're on a weekly chart of SPY. I'm using SPY because it's just easier. So here's COVID, right? Obviously, you got a sell signal. I mean, look at the MACD. Look how oversold it was, right? And it bounced. V-shaped recovery. But you get a TD9, right? Remember how I explained that earlier? Now, it wasn't anything drastic, but I mean, these are weekly candles. That's probably a good 3, 4, 5% move. I mean, it's not small, but it's not crazy. Same thing here, right? And you could just keep seeing it happen, right? And it does tend to, play out. What I don't like to see, now we're in 2022, right? This is 2022 bear market right here. All of this. This is the peak. And then this is when we did the death cross and all that. But guess what? October 13th, 2022, or 14th, whatever. We bounced right off the 200-week moving average. So that's just straight technical analysis, right? So, but I'm keeping these TD9s on because I want to show you something here. So, red 9, we had one bad week below that, right? Then you keep going, and then you get a red 9, right? Well, then we get a couple bad weeks, right? Do it again, couple bad weeks, and then basically we haven't had a red 9 in a while. Now we had a green 9 print right here after this whole Liberation Day stuff and all that, and guess what? Boom, 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 boom. We just hit all-time highs. What's that? What is that? That's a red 9. So I don't like the way this looks at all. This kind of looks bullish to an extent, but at the same time, this is getting close to overbought. What's the daily look like? Well, it's over fucking bought. So, I mean, a monthly overbought, right? I mean, it's hard to, with the monthly chart, the TD sequential is hard to do. Anyways, so I want you to understand something. Every time, and remember, this is a monthly chart. I think it might be better to do weekly. Every single fucking time that the RSI, the Relative Strength Index, gets into the overbought section, what do you notice? Look at the MACD. Okay? Look at the red 9 and the sell signal. Okay, then it goes into oversold, right? And then it rebounds. You get the buy signal. Okay, it's a pattern. And then look, this whole thing right here, this is the whole 2021 run-up. I mean, you can see it on the MACD. You can see it on the RSI. But then the Fed started to raise rates, right? MACD came down, and we had a sell signal. But guess what? As I said earlier, look where we always catch ourselves, the 200-week moving average. So, I want you to understand something real quick. Even though it's a different sort of environment, this was from after COVID, right? V-shaped recovery, boom, boom, V-shaped recovery. But it's also funny to see this, actually, if you think about it. This is COVID, right? So the V-shaped recovery went up, 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 and then you got a red 9, and then it went down for a little bit. What the hell does that look like right here? V-shaped recovery. Now you got a 9 print. So a red 9 print. Not only that. MACD is basically, it's come down, but I think it's exhausting itself, right? If anybody can please explain to me why and what the catalyst is for the market to continue to go higher, I would love to fucking hear it. Because again, I will tell you this right now. The Fed, Trump, whatever, they don't care about the stock market, the equities, okay? They don't give a shit about that. What they do care about is the dollar, gold, oil, and bonds. Yeah. Oh man, I'm tired. That's what I'm trying to say. So you do have, on a weekly candle, you have a red 9. Every time before I've seen a red 9, we do. It is followed by a down draw. Maybe not huge, but it happens. So that's kind of like how I look at long-term stuff, right? But I also, I have a short-term thing. I have a setting that I can just click it and go short-term. And that's like for day trading or swing trading and, that kind of stuff. So, for instance, I mean, like the whole thing with Tesla today, right? Like, that worked out very well. It was like a 5-minute trade and I made 175%. I usually don't trade those 0 DTs, but I just saw the setup and it looks fantastic. So just to let you know what I did, this is today. I'll even go to a 1-minute chart just to show you, and then I'll go back and show you where my level was, right? But I think I said I bought it at 9:20 Central or something like that, right? So basically it was like right here. It was right here. And what was happening right here, right? What was I waiting for? Now, I wouldn't wait on a 1-minute candle. This is the day I was talking about. Again, same shit. So I was watching Tesla, and I was watching it, and it was struggling at VWAP, right? But it was around 9:22 Central, okay? When the 5-minute candle closed below with that wick, and then it tried to retest, and it failed. That was my entry of Tesla on 0 DTs that I never, ever, ever do. I just do it. I do it randomly, with certain equities that have high premiums because you can get them for the cheapest on the day of expiration, but that also puts you in a lot of danger. You could lose everything you put in, yada, yada, yada. So what did I do? I waited for a confirmation. You see this yellow line? That's called the POC, the point of control pivot. Anyways, long story short, when I saw the 5-minute candle break below and I saw it do a retest, I entered those puts. Okay, about 5 of those, the 3/12/50 strikes, they expired that day. And I held them for, I don't know, 5 minutes and made 175% gain. I didn't have time to post all this while I was making the trade. I knew I was getting out of it early. But that being said, listen, you got to do your own homework. I can't do it for you. Okay? So, it's time to chase the bag. I wanted to just show you real quick, especially Robert, how I look at things. And I'm not just gonna do a day trade because somebody was like, "Where's the day trades at? Where's the day trade?" That's like, fuck that. So the whole point was, I looked for a perfect setup, but I mean, there's a lot more factors into it. I've told you so many times, so many fucking times, everybody, that you need to be looking at SMH, the semiconductor platform, and you need to be watching gold, dollar, and the bonds. Plain and simple. It's really not that difficult. Maybe they make it seem like it is, but it's really not. I mean, you can go on YouTube and find anything these days. You know that? Literally anything you want. Anyways, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Bloomberg on the track.